Hey guys, my name is Carl and I produce under the name Kaiser. I thought it would make sense to tell you a bit about my backstory because I upload a lot of songs to Spotify and YouTube and SoundCloud and whatnot, and I thought maybe it would make sense if you would get to know me a bit better, at least the ones who maybe drop by some of the social media sometimes. The only thing you see today is more or less songs or videos or promos of songs. So let me tell you a bit about my backstory. Well, when I was 14 years old, I started playing guitar. I was half good at playing guitar, but I was pretty good at like organizing things and getting bands together and stuff like that. And the thing that you could get away with without actually being able to play an instrument was to play the microphone or do the singing. So I did that. And I did that for quite some time. It followed me through my whole youth and the teens and then on to university and so on. I always played in various bands, and the bands became bigger and bigger, and we played at bigger and bigger venues, and sometimes for like 1,000 people or more. So that was quite fun, and I kept doing that till I was about 30. The last couple of years I played in a punk band in Stockholm when I worked there, and it was like the Hives inspired punk rock band. But then I moved away from Stockholm and basically stopped playing music because I didn't have like a setting to do it in, a natural setting. So the years went on, and in 2016 I saw an ad for an online course where you could do music production at home, and then you could get it placed in ads or films and stuff like that. So after I took that online course, I started producing. The productions were not very good. I started to send in my songs to pitch them for various ads, videos and films. I didn't get too far with that. So I decided to go all in. I actually resigned from my fairly well-paid job at the time and decided to do this all in for a year. And I did that, and doing that all in, I basically worked 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day just producing and trying to promote that stuff. And I didn't really get anywhere. It took me a year, and after a year I actually started to get some placements in films and ads and videos because I reached out to some of my connections in my network, people that knew people in the film industry and so on. And actually that was the thing that got things going for me. But as I started doing that, I realized that that was not really what I was passionate about. Putting voiceovers to a very short piece of music that I made for an ad, and the piece of music I made was not really something that I 100% liked or were passionate about. I just did it because there was a request to make a certain kind of music. So I started working again in a day job, and I decided to actually do this music thing as a side hustle and focus on stuff that I really want to make, and basically put the money from my day job into my side hustle, and without being stressed that I didn't get any jobs or placement for music and stuff like that. So I basically started to do pop music from that time on, and that has also been a bit of a long journey. So I did that for I think 2 years, uploaded songs to Spotify, and there was more or less no listeners. I didn't upload too much though. I was sitting fiddling with various songs and ideas, and I didn't really finish that many songs. But over time I've gotten much better at actually finishing and getting a structure in place very fast so I could actually finish the song quickly. And beginning of 2021, I started producing under the name Kaiser, uploaded a couple of songs, and things started to roll a little bit. There were a few listeners here and there, but not too much at all. And then I started playing around with marketing. And you might think that, well, that's a very salesy way of promoting your music. But bear in mind that today, when you do electronic music in your bedroom or in your home studio, you're basically sitting in the backyard, and you have to somehow make sure that your music reaches people, and you can reach out to blogs, and you can of course go to SoundCloud and stuff like that. I was a bit lazy, so I focused my time on producing songs, and then I basically marketed my songs online. I stopped doing that in maybe February, March, but still listeners were coming. I saw that Spotify were putting me on Spotify radio. I've been contacted by people in the music industry that heard me on Spotify radio. So things are actually starting to move now. But it's been 6 years. So I think that during this time, I've been like a bit stressed throughout this journey, because I always wanted to see quick results. And I think you can do that if you collaborate and network more with people, and if you really go 100% all in on that, and if you know what you're producing for, what your passion is, and so on and so forth. But it actually took me a pretty long time to get to where I am today. And today I'm a very, very small music producer out there in the world. There are thousands and thousands of music producers, but this is my side hustle. I really love it. I really love creating new projects and seeing them being finished and so on. So that's a bit about me and my backstory. Please, if you think my music is good, if you thought this was interesting, feel free to share, like, and subscribe, as they normally say. And that's all for now. So thank you very much, and see you around. Bye bye.